Welcome to the Brink. You're joining a group of entrepreneurs, brand makers, business owners, decision makers, power brokers, and risk takers, where we discuss business and marketing issues with insightful solutions. This is the Brink with your hosts Russell Sails and George Cartwright, reminding you that your business is either on the brink of extinction or distinction. Welcome.
Welcome everybody to the Brink. Sorry, we're always fighting the tech monster, but we are here now talking about the blessings. Can you believe it? The blessings of COVID-19 on your business. What does that sound like to you? Anybody ever tell you that this thing is a blessing?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No. No. Truth is, we at the Brink don't think it's a blessing either. As a matter of fact, when you begin to look at the toll that it's taken, it seems like every day with every news conference and modeling approach, we see nothing but dire news, of what's coming up, what's going on in our country and in the world. And so make no mistake about it, that's not the blessing of COVID, where when we look at the human lives that are lost, it seems like it's hitting home. A lot more people that I know or I'm close to, or not super close, but is getting there. Friends of friends and friends on social media actually are contracting it. So it's definitely getting close to us. So that human life, no, that's not good news right there, as well as the livelihood of the middle class is being wiped out.
That's right.
Many people not being able to work. A lot of smaller businesses are shutting their doors. Some never to return. It's not good news.
That is unfortunate. I think that is probably the toll that nobody will talk about right now. Like what is happening to the small businesses. How are they going to recover? What is the landscape going to look like once this is all over? What is that toll? I don't think we know. We got another month of this. It's April 1st. The president has suggested that people stay in for another month. What's going to happen to these businesses? And then, consequently, the people that are employed by these businesses, the communities, and that kind of thing. So it is, this portion of it is not a blessing.
No.
But what is? We're gonna get to that.
Definitely, because when you look at the initial hit of it and the ripple effect that it has on businesses and thus on consumers, and when you look at people who want to buy, want to spend their money, they begin to tighten their fists.
Right.
And their savings begin to dwindle. 401ks and retirements and all of that start to look shaky. Things look dire and the markets are responding accordingly, up and down, mostly down. Yet, the Brink believes that for business owners, decision makers, for you who have a brand and you provide some substance to customers and clients, there's definitely a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And why don't we jump right to it, because we get enough bad news everywhere else. The first blessing is that this is actually an opportunity for you.
Right.
And I don't mean that in the very cynical way of, an ambulance chaser, looking to take advantage of people.
Because there are those people that were out there, right? There were those people that early on bought up a whole bunch of hand sanitizer, bought up gloves, bought up masks, and decided they were going to put them on eBay for a market of 700%, 800%. That's ridiculous. So we're certainly not saying to do that. This is not the time to be trying to profiteer off this unfortunate event.
And on that note, it's actually the time to be the opposite.
Right.
to completely be the opposite, and that is opportunity for you leaders to show, not just talk. Talk is good, but show and demonstrate LOVE, love.
Just
Yeah.
LOVE equals MONEY.
Well, that's just a natural consequence. That's always a result. Love always wins.
Right.
So
Right.
even in business, it's never a wrong time to do the right thing.
Okay.
And so that means as a leader, you're doing that to your employees, to your business partners, those that you are in business directly and indirectly with, as well as with your customers and clients. Everyone who impacts you and who you impact through your business or your service, your product, it's now's the time to really show them some love.
Mm-hmm.
So a natural question would be, so how can we do that? That sounds personal. And the always famous moniker in business is that business is never personal. That would not be telling the whole truth. Business is always personal, especially now when this disease is personally affecting your business by affecting your clients, affecting your staff. You know, people are working remotely. You don't have the same flow, the same synergy. So as a leader, you have to step up and show some love. And again, one of the main ways you can do that, and some low-hanging fruit, depending on what your offering is, what your product or your service is, you can start giving some things away. Imagine that.
Right. Yeah. Imagine that that you actually were in a position to give some of your product away, to introduce people to your product or reintroduce them to your product, or give it to them at a discount, right?
Absolutely.
So that they can they know who you are. People will not forget the way that you serve them in their time of need and in a crisis. They won't forget.
No. That again, and the things you be strategic in your giveaways. You might want to look at those products or services that you have the most margin on, most profit, and yet they offer the most value. So you can cut down on your margins, especially at this time, and do it for a limited time. But let it help people if you have a service and you cut hair, or you car wash, or something where you're servicing people. Let them offer a day or some hours between these hours you can have either free service or, again, half off, something great that brightens their day and their spirits. And I think you really nailed it, George. Those type of sentiments stick with people long after COVID-19 is gone.
Yeah, because this will pass. This will pass. And one of the benefits that that people don't necessarily realize, that not only is there some cash flow and some goodwill, but you feel good about it as a leader, that you are now stepping up and being able to help your community, and you have opened your doors, and so that's good for you, because now you're no longer concerned about yourself and what this is going to look like for you. You now showing and giving that concern for others, and that makes you feel good. And as a leader, it's important for you to be concerned about yourself and your business, but more importantly, your concern for the community, and to show that. And then the ripple effects of that will be felt far and wide.
Absolutely. And I would throw a word of caution.
Yeah.
Because many will see this and run with that opportunity, and it translates into opportunistic,
right,
where you whip out you have your media team or crew or your own cell phone, and you're going to now record every good deed that you're doing and say, hey, look at me, I'm doing good during this time of COVID-19. And if it's not authentic, and you're not doing it for show. People see that, and they understand that.
They will. They will certainly see that, and the repercussions of that is that it will go the other way. They're like, yo, you don't like, why are you even here? You really don't want to be here. Like, you're there and you're being rude. Like, I'm giving this to you for 50% off. So, I don't know why.
Be grateful.
Yeah, be grateful, right? I don't even have to be here. Like, absolutely not. We started with lead with love. That's not how you treat somebody that people that you want to serve and your service. And so, if you're not authentic, it certainly will turn around and bite you in the butt. So,
yeah, absolutely.
That goes back to knowing and understanding your why. Why are you here? And ultimately, if it's just about the money, then that's going to be a problem for you. But if you're here to serve your community, then you will find ways to do that, and that will be clear. It will come across to the people that you are serving.
Absolutely. People over profits.
That's right.
And when you have that, the profits always come back.
Absolutely. I mean, because it goes to the, being able to plant a seed, what that looks like, and how does that seed grow, and are you water? So the laws of nature and God say that, hey, if you plant a seed, that there will be some return. So
definitely. So maybe in our next segment, when we come back, we can look at some of the tools that businesses need to have in place to even facilitate doing good in their community. Since there's time now to revamp some things, if you don't have your digital ecosystem in place, maybe we can talk a little bit more about the toolbox that every business, every entrepreneur should have. Let's dig into that when we come back.
Cool.
Do you feel like your online reputation is out of your control? Do you know what people are saying about you online? Are you able to keep up with social media and the conversation going on about you? To grow your business, you need to be found everywhere across the internet. Search engines, directories, social media, not to mention a mobile presence. But getting started can be overwhelming. That's where we come in. We have the complete digital solution to help any business owner. Find out where you're listed online and make sure those listings are accurate. See what customers are saying about you and respond easily. Receive actionable reports and notifications of changes to your listings as well as new reviews. Keep an eye on the competition and monitor what others in your industry are doing. Stay on top of social media by posting relevant content, scheduling campaigns, and responding to potential customers. We offer all this and much more. With our platform, search engines can find you, which means customers can too. Generate new business and build customer loyalty while boosting your SEO. See what's being said about you online and become part of that conversation. We are dedicated to making things easier, so you have time to run your business and live your life. Take control of your virtual doorway. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to the
Brink. We're back.
So I'm hearing some of your comments, and as we're discussing the blessings of COVID-19, and it's really you are the blessing during COVID-19. And as a sidebar, yes, our sound will get better as we go on. So hang in there. But we got some really cool tools to talk about. George, what are some of the things that each business should have that puts them in a better space in communicating well with their community and with their customers, especially during a time like this?
So the first thing most people think about is that they need to have a website or a funnel. But somewhere online that you communicate. The vast majority of your customers are on Facebook. and on other social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And so if you need to have a communications plan that allows you to communicate with your customers where they are. So if they are on these places, then you need to be able to communicate with them there. It doesn't make much sense to have a message and that you are shouting to the world, but not to the people that are either looking for you or that want to hear what you have to say. So definitely you have to start by having a strong social media presence to be where your group of customers are. And do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think that if you have these tools, and you're openly speaking with them, it provides and not just speaking to your customers. The great thing about social media, as we know, it's a two-way communication tool. So you're listening to them and you're reading their feeds and their discussions wherever your brand is mentioned. So those are tools that you can avail yourself of as well to know what's the chatter about surrounding, so that you're not blindsided. You think that you are viewed one way in the public's eye, and there's chatter negatively or otherwise about you and your product, how you do business, your customer service, that may not be according to what your values really are. So it's important to have the right tools that allows you to have that type of insight into your customer base, so that now when you're coming out meaning to do well and people giving you the side eye because your customer service is so far off, then you want those to be on the same street.
And you want to be able to respond to them in an appropriate manner relatively rapidly, right? Because what happens, and all of us, so I think it's about 86% of people now, they go and before they go to a business, they do some research on it. They look and see what other people are saying about it. What has other people's experience been in this environment and interacting with this business? So you certainly want to be out there. You want people talking about you, but you also want to be responding to them in a manner that continues to grow your business, addressing any concerns that they may have, and inviting them back to your business.
Absolutely. I can think of the goodwill that we do in public because it's the right thing to do. And if you have a strong social media presence that's actively engaged with your consumer, when you're doing that goodwill offline, it's organically becomes part of the chatter online.
Mm-hmm.
And so that you're not doing it for that, but that's one of those natural consequences. That's the seed growing up and bearing fruit in your favor. But you did it because it was the right thing. An example of that would be, I believe recently Chick-fil-A gave out a ton of food to healthcare workers. And, you can't buy that type of publicity, but they were doing it and they're known for doing that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it's a part of your corporate DNA to not just be about the dollar only or only care about transactional relationships, but you should also incorporate the whole person, give things away, give knowledge away, and it comes back to you in spades.
Absolutely. Along with that is that you certainly need to have a solid listing of your business. People are going to Google your business. What does Google say about your business? Do you know? Does your business show up in the 3-pack as it is known, in those on the map where Google will say these are the top 3 businesses that that in this keyword space? What does that look like? Have you SEO'd your business as well to appear in those listings so that people can find you when they are looking for you or trying to solve, and they may not be looking for you, that they are going to try to solve a challenge or problem that they have, and then where are you as it relates to that challenge? So those are what keywords do you come under? If you are in healthcare and you are an OBG, do you come up under family practice, or do you, like, where are you when people are looking for you? And that's important for you to know, and it's important for you to have codified and have a plan for that, and be working to show up where people are looking to solve their challenge.
So if you can meet them at the intersection of where their problems are, and we all confess our problems daily to Google.
Yes.
How do you? I need help. Help me find.
Doctor near me. Right.
Is there a doctor or a plumber?
Or whatever, near me.
Whatever.
Yes, absolutely.
And the results that come up are not magic.
Right.
That's SEO, keywords, connecting what you do. And if you have something out there, not just, and we're talking about at this time, first you got to show up and be in those listings.
Yes.
Then if you can give something away through those first interactions to invite folks in to try you, then, you maybe you don't have a physical presence in your community, but you are definitely online operating virtually. It goes a long way when you have that aspect of your digital ecosystem in place.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So then, how do they work this out? How do they get it done? What are some of those things? Do you hire somebody to do this kind of thing? Again, like, what has this global reset done for business? What kind of space has it created for them to do that?
I think a lot of businesses, smaller ones, don't usually think about this before you hire someone, and maybe it may involve hiring someone. But you got to get your message strategy correct. And what I mean by that is, first, reevaluate the values that your business stand on, how you treat customers, what's the process you use to retain those customers, that they tell someone else about your business, and how you made them feel after they've purchased and after they've used it or what have you. And so your message and how you communicate with them are vital. And if your message is opposite of your practice, you need to bring those in alignment. I'm recalling a story that I saw online recently. I'm sure many of you have seen it. At the early days of COVID-19, a whiskey manufacturer, they weren't a huge outfit, but they did lots of volume. And they actually stopped their volume from making whiskey, switched it over, and started making hand sanitizer, and started giving away the product for free to a lot of municipalities, and then at discounted costs to other outlets. And to be able to do the right thing as they did, it's shared virally because, it's a good story. It makes people feel good. Yeah. These people, I'm not a whiskey drinker, but I feel a little bit better about them in that they're doing the right thing. They're doing what they can do.
Right.
And many of our viewers has that element at their disposal where you can switch around what you're doing and use it for something good.
That's right.
But being able to communicate that, and should you hire someone, if you can, there's people who specialize in messaging and making sure you're on point on all mediums, in every social media network that communicates just a little bit different. And understanding your targets, your audience, who you're speaking to, you can get into that nitty gritty, and someone who's professional can do that along with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What about codifying your humanitarian efforts in some sort of
foundation or
something like that? What does that Can you do some of those things? Does that make good business sense?
It may. I think the idea is good to have a foundation or a non-for-profit associated with your business or a cause. But if you're in a for-profit business, that's not your central focal point.
Right.
But if you have the bandwidth, I would suggest, meaning you have the resources that you can create one, by all means do so. If you're limited, I would suggest partnering with already established non-for-profits and then become a sister company, and you sponsor some of their events and things of that nature, and causes that are closer to your heart and that are more beneficial to your community, whether it's an online community or in your geographical location. But those are definitely things that you can do and should do. Be a good corporate citizen. And at the end of it, again, you're not getting into it for these reasons, but it creates much more talking points where other people are associating your business, your service, your product with something good for the community. And especially now when there's so much need, and after we come out of COVID-19 and there's so many people that need to get back to work, to rebuild whatever it is you're offering, could have a central spot in that rebuild.
That's right. So as we are nearing the end of our Lunch and Learn, again, thank you for joining us here. We do appreciate that. Also, share, like, and subscribe. If you are seeing this on YouTube, like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can get notified when we do these videos. Facebook, like it, share it. We appreciate it. Russ, what are the last thoughts? What are the blessings that we learned here?
Well, remember that the blessing is not that this disease is taking lives or causing suffering and damaging our global and local economies, but the blessing is that you and I are still here and we can be part of the solution.
Yes, we are.
It's time for us to lean in,
Yes.
to get busy. So everyone will be in better shape on the other end when we do that.
If we're flexing our muscles and doing some work right now, we'll be in better shape on the other side of it.
On the other side.
Absolutely. All right. Again, we thank you all for stopping by, for joining us for this Lunch and Learn. We appreciate you. If your business is in need of an evaluation, you can get it for free. We are trying to do our part here. Evaluate your business. We'll do it for free. All you have to do is go to onthebrinkmarketinggroup.com/snapshot for a 360-degree evaluation of how your business is doing in at least 5 areas, including SEO, advertising, your website, your social media marketing, your listings, and your online reputation. We'll do that all for you for free. All right, so we'll see you here tomorrow next time. And what will we be talking about tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we will be talking about online exposure will sink your business. If.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.